हेलो गाइस, आज के वीडियो में वेलकम। आज हम ये सीखने वाले Hey guys, welcome back to the Zillennial Vortex. This is episode 2.
I want to take it down.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Zillennial Vortex. This is episode 2.
Give me a second, I want to take it.
Stop laughing! Oh my god! Hey guys, what?
I got in his head.
Okay. Stop it. Stop it.
Jeremy, Tanisha, Jeremy, Teo, Jeremy, Rohit, Tanisha.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Zillennial Vortex. This is episode 2. I'm Rohit.
And I'm Tanisha.
And what we're going to be talking about today is Greek mythology. We know Greek mythology. We all like Greek mythology. We have stories of love and hate and betrayal and lust and gluttony and greed. War and peace and everything
bloodshed
under the earth can be found. Stories about everything. How did it all start? It started first, there was chaos.
Yeah.
A deity, a primordial deity of nothingness.
Okay.
Right? Chaos gave birth to like five children. One among them was Gaia. We all know Gaia. Gaia is Mother Earth. Right? Chaos is nothingness. Not space. Nothingness. From nothingness.
Like a black hole, kind of.
No, it's just nothingness.
Okay.
From nothingness came Gaia and her siblings. Right? Keep in mind, chaos is a female deity.
Chaos
right?
is female?
Chaos is a female deity because we all come from womankind. Man doesn't birth a child, a woman births a child.
Okay.
Chaos is a female deity.
Okay.
Chaos suddenly thought, oh, my daughter is attractive, let me just have an affair with my daughter. And so she did. Chaos apparently gave birth to Gaia, Tartarus, the underworld. So there's earth, there's underworld, and there's Eros.
Eros.
Yeah, again, there's conflicting stories about Eros.
Love.
Eros was love. Some people say he was Chaos's child. Some people say he was Zeus's child or something. Aphrodite's child. Yes. Yeah. Okay, Aphrodite and Aries' child. Right. Gaia and Chaos gave birth to Urunus. One of their children was Uranus. Uranus. But it's Uranus. Okay. Right. Now, as if incest in one generation wasn't enough, Gaia said, oh my god, Uranus is so attractive.
But he's a
Let
he.
me just bed him. Yeah, Uranus is a he.
Okay.
So Uranus and Gaia decide, okay, you know what? We're just gonna whatever and have a lot of children. Okay. So they gave birth to 12 titans.
Only 12?
12 titans.
Oh.
They gave birth to beings called Hekaton Killers.
Hundreds of them.
The 100-handed ones and hundreds of them, right?
Yeah.
And the third kind of was Cyclopes.
The Cyclopes.
Okay, the single-eyed fucks. Okay?
They protected Zeus.
How could they? Okay, because it's not like they have swiveling heads.
No, but they
were
like
just giant,
yeah,
and they were hefty, but they were ugly little shits. Of the 12 titans, Chronos was the most popular one. The reason why Chronos had to kill his father, because the father was a total bitch, total jackass. He was mean to his children.
The father was?
Urunus.
Yeah.
Urunus did not treat his children well. He kept them hidden in Gaia's womb, under the earth. Didn't let them come out.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Gaia got pissed off and she went and conspired with her children to kill their own father.
Makes sense.
But everybody was scared. Why?
But also
Uranus was the big dog.
What happened to
Only Chronos said, you know what, Mum? let's kill this fucker. The tactic was, when Urunus and Gaia are laid in bed, trying to maybe procreate more.
Oh, I know
or
this.
just, okay.
Chop it off.
Exactly. Kronos brings in a
Cut
sickle
it.
and...
Cut it. Cut it.
Can you believe that?
Cut it.
That is just
No,
violent.
no, you gotta cut it.
This is a serious matter. We are talking about castration of Urunus.
Yeah.
You
Because
think
he
this-
deserved it.
He deserved it. But that's not something you should dance on.
No, I'm saying that.
When Kronos castrated him,
Yeah.
his
Pee-pee.
full junk was lobbed over the ocean. Some of it fell on land. Some of it fell in the water. Okay. Okay.
Episode 1, we
Apparently-
didn't know what fire was. Episode 2, we don't know what water is.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So, from the froth of the sea where his genital matter fell, came
Aphrodite?
Yeah.
What
and
is the
from
logic?
that scum was birthed a beautiful maiden.
Who represents love
Like
and
super hot
passion and yeah.
like a piece.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's
That's so weird.
disturbing.
Kronos is like, no, I have the mood to marry my sister,
Rhea.
Rhea. He marries Rhea.
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 Not Rhea, Rhea.
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 Rhea. Rhea. Rhea. Okay, so now. Before killing Urunus, Gaia and Urunus both prophesied that one child of Kronos would overthrow him and kill him. Kronos and Rhea give birth to children, but Kronos swallows his own children. One by one. Why? Because he's threatened. Now one of them will kill
someone
him.
will do what he did to his father.
Exactly. So instead of killing
Technically
them,
his grandfather, but it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
No?
that's his father.
Gaia.
Yeah. Gaia is his grandmother.
Oh yeah, that's his father.
Yeah, Gaia is his mother and his grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just messed up.
Uranus is his father. Uranus' mother is Gaia
You know
and
what
his
this
wife.
seems like?
What?
When someone just does not have the energy to create more characters, they're like, just let her reproduce with every single guy
Yeah,
that...
exactly.
Yeah.
They're all a bunch of Targaryens. Okay, inbreeding degenerates is what all of them are.
Yeah.
Okay, and keep in mind, it is common knowledge that when inbreeding happens, a lot of the progeny doesn't come out as
That's why we got
intended.
the...
Cyclopes and Hekaton
Yeah.
Killers. Exactly. Okay, right. Kronos starts eating his children alive. Okay, 1 comes, 2, 3, 4, 5 children he's eaten alive. The 6th one, Rhea, is like, dude, I've had enough. Okay, I am pregnant and I go through all the pain and I give birth and you're just eating them. At least season them a little bit. Okay, he's just swallowing, he's not even chewing them, okay, he's just swallowing them whole. It's like a Tic Tac, okay, or like an Eminem logic. You bite it, at least bite. Start with the hand, go to the head, something, season them, okay.
not okay.
No, but my point is, if you're committing a crime, or no, if you're choosing to eat your own child, enjoy it.
No, don't.
Okay, don't be like, okay, just
What is
swallow
it with
it.
you and
No,
cannibalism?
my point is, it's just so illogical. Okay, you have to be able to enjoy the taste of your child. If you choose to eat your child, if you don't choose to eat your child, enjoy the taste
I
of
don't
pizza.
think he's-
That's fine. What?
I don't think pizza was invented.
No, but it really bugs me that he didn't take the effort to, okay, to sort of break off an arm and then like. It's just really irritating. He's half-assing the cannibalism. It's just really wrong, okay? It's wrong. I have to say, it's very wrong.
It's not-
No. Okay, whatever. So he's swallowed his own children alive, right? And then before the 6th one is born.
Therapy.
Okay. Before the 6th one is born, Rhea is like, dude, seriously, I've had enough, okay? You're not enjoying them, I'm going through so much effort for nothing, Okay, at least like
That's
it's
what
for
she
nothing.
said.
And then she went to Gaia. She's like, oh my God, mother-in-law. You know, not mother-in-law, mother. Yeah, mother-in-law. Oh my God, mother and mother-in-law. Oh my God, she's his mother and the mother-in-law.
And the grandmother.
Grandmother, mother and mother-in-law. Oh my God, okay. So Ria is like,
this is so funny.
Mom, please, you know, help me out. And just like how you made your husband disappear, you know, like do something about my cannibalistic. Okay.
Cut it.
Fuck. Okay.
Got it.
So Gaia is like, okay, do one thing, child. Instead of giving him the baby, you keep the baby somewhere else and you give him something else to eat instead of the baby. Because this jackass is not even biting them, so he won't know what he's swallowing. Give him something that resembles the size of a baby and he'll swallow it whole. That's why I have a problem. If he would have swallowed his baby, if he would have bitten into his babies, he would have known he would have been alive.
Baby.
They would have, exactly. Yeah. So what Ria did, she left the 6th child somewhere.
Yeah.
Raised by to be raised by nymphs, and she gave the guy a stone.
Yeah.
And this guy, because he swallowed it whole, he's like, oh wow, what a delicious whatever.
Baby.
Okay, and he's happy. He's like, oh yeah, you know what? Now there's no more. She's not gonna get any pregnant. She's like, no, I've had enough. Okay, I've given you 6 children. I don't want to get pregnant any further. Fuck it. Okay, I'll live without children. That's fine. So then she stays there.
I don't know why you're so.
Okay, I'm irritated with Chronos. Okay, he's the father of time. He's the father of time, but it's just he's the foolish father of time.
Yeah.
He's a god of time. He's a foolish fucking god of time. Who? Whenever you eat meat,
No.
right? No.
It's
Listen.
not me. Okay.
Whenever you eat meat, okay, you don't swallow it with the bones first, and then you relish the meat, and then you suck on the bones because the juice is there. Now, if I were to just swallow whatever, it's just not right, okay? So then, fast forward a few years, Chronos is living like, wow, this is absolutely unbelievable, right? Few years later, the 6th child grows up, and there's no guess as to who it is. It's obviously
Zeus.
Huh?
Zeus.
Zeus or Zeus? It's Z-E-U-S. Zeus, no?
Zeus.
Zeus?
Zeus.
It's Z.
Zeus.
Zeus. We just call him Liam Neeson. Because he played Zeus in one of the movies. Okay?
Okay.
So Zeus, Mr. Neeson grows up. Okay, Zeus grows up, raised by nymphs, and he's a because he's the son of a titan, he's powerful.
Yeah.
And he's a promiscuous little fuck. He can't keep it in his pants. Okay, he's just horny. He's a horny, talented, athletic, strong, divine being.
Because his grandfather got his
thing chopped off. Oh my God.
Karma works in different ways.
Karma works in different ways, but not
Say
for Chronos. Okay. So Zeus grows up, and he learns of the fact that he's the child of
Chronos.
And then he takes help from a nymph or some weird being like that, Metis or someone, I don't remember who it is, but she's the personification of wisdom.
Oh,
right?
Metis.
Metis,
M-E-T-I-S.
right? Yeah, personification of wisdom. He ends up marrying her later, or not marrying her, he ends up with her later. Sleeping with her later. But she gives him the idea, listen, Zeus, let's do one thing. Let's make a drink similar to what Chronos drinks, and let's poison it.
Okay.
And then so he does that, and this is not even like an elaborate plan. This is just like, oh yeah, how do we fool him into swallowing a stone or not swallowing my child? You give him a stone. How do we kill him? Yeah, you just replace the wine with some other poisoned beverage and he'll drink it. So Zeus did that, but it didn't kill him. It didn't kill Chronos. It made him vomit. He got food poisoning. What he got was wine poisoning rather, okay?
Wine poisoning.
And that is important because for some reason all the full babies he swallowed were still settled in his fucking stomach.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they didn't die.
They didn't die. What? Exactly another mistake. If you chop their heads off, they are dead. But if you swallow them whole, they will go settle in some part of your stomach.
Yeah.
So when he starts vomiting, first the stone comes out. Why? Because last he ate the stone. Right? And that stone became the stone at Delphi, the oracle. What shit, right? Okay. And then came all the other children.
And they were?
They were all Zeus's siblings. And they were Hades, and who else was there? There was
Poseidon.
Hades? Yeah. Hestia. Hera. Demeter.
Dimitri.
Hera is diamond.
Hera.
Hera is like for the...
Hera is Zeus' wife.
Yeah. Okay, then Demeter, Poseidon, Hades. Not Dimitri. Dimitri is a Russian mob. Demeter.
Poseidon,
okay.
Hades.
Not Aries.
Aries
Hades.
Coming?
Aries isn't coming. Aries is used. Okay, so there's the rock came first.
That's Esther.
No, the rock came first.
Just the rock.
And then I don't know the order, but Hestia, Hera, Demeter, Poseidon, Hades. 5 children that he swallowed plus the one rock. The rock became...
And then Zeus.
Oracle.
Separately.
Zeus. So because their youngest brother, 6
kids.
7.
Yeah. And
6
one
kids,
rock.
1 rock.
6 kids, 1
okay.
rock.
6 kids, 1 rock.
That sounds like a...
6 kids and 1 rock. Yeah. What? That sounds like what?
Nothing. Go.
In today's day and age, at least 6 kids and a kidney stone. Okay. Okay. Because so these 5 of them were like, oh my God, Zeus saved us.
Okay.
So let's just make him our leader. He's the youngest brother, minded, but because he breathed in air before them, and they were all vomited out by their father.
He becomes the oldest.
And he becomes the leader. Right? And then starts the war. Because obviously Chronos is not going to stand for that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you made me puke like incessantly. Okay, I'm sitting there and I'm puking and puking and puking. Okay, it's embarrassing sight to me. Okay, in front of my friends, in front of my brothers, in front of my own wife, who's a bitch, by the way.
Because I'm puking our children, I thought died.
Exactly.
And then look at them.
And he's cursing himself like, oh shit, only if I would have bitten them. Oh shit, only if I would have decapitated. But he's cursing himself, and his brothers are like, dude, relax.
Who are his brothers?
All the other titans. They're very loyal to him.
We don't know them.
All the Atlas and all of these people, they're very, very.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they're very loyal to him.
Oh, okay.
They're like, oh, it's okay. Maybe if you just ate some bananas or if you take some ginger tea, it's okay. Maybe we'll take it easy. But
what did they even eat back then?
Children, apparently.
No, what did the other titans eat?
Because they were at a lower level, maybe like deers, I don't know. Just
where
like
do these deers
swallow
come
the whole
from?
thing. What do you mean, where did the deers come from?
Where did the deers come from?
From other deers.
Where did these other deers come from?
Stop it.
No,
Stop
it
it.
doesn't make any sense. We're not talking about...
Nothing of this makes sense. Who does not bite their food? Nothing makes sense. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that Chronos was vomiting too much. Okay?
Vomiting
he was
his
really
children.
ill.
Yeah.
Vomiting his children, and then after that also he kept vomiting. So then they're like, you know what? This calls for war. Zeus is like, yeah, dude, you know what? Let's fight it out.
Yeah.
So Zeus led the gods.
The Olympians.
And
Olympians.
Chronos, he was not in a position to fight.
Yeah.
He was like, bleh, all the time, right? Oh, maybe you should approach him from, sorry, that's what he does. Sorry, it's a bit of indigestion. Yeah, it's just that bitch gave me a rock, and then I drank some wine that I thought was from some random stranger, but dude, it turns out it's from my son. No, forget it. You know what? I think maybe you guys should just, okay? So he gave the responsibility to Atlas.
Who's Atlas?
Atlas is a titan.
Okay.
Atlas is a titan. Okay, and he's like, yeah, brother, chill. Okay, you
just keep throwing.
Relax you keep throwing up, and I'll win the war for you. Okay, okay, let's do this. Okay, we got this. Okay, so Atlas is like,
okay.
Yeah, okay. Atlas is like, all right, my brothers, let's just fight. One of their brothers was Prometheus.
Okay.
Prometheus is known as a forethinker. Prometheus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now that's forethinker. So he's like, yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm just gonna side with the other guys. So he sided with the gods,
Olympians.
The Olympians, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Atlas is like, dude, seriously,
heck?
come on, man.
So that's only two Titans out of 10, out of 12.
Yeah. Okay, and then the Titans, obviously, by the time.
Oh, but they have the 100.
No. That's later. Okay, but the Titans, of course, there was not just 12 Titans at the time.
Yeah.
They inbred and then they gave birth to so many different beings, and then.
Yeah, and then there were Cyclopses and those heads.
Yeah, but those guys were locked away in Tartarus because Kronos thought that, oh my god, there's some ugly fucks, so we're just gonna lock them up. Okay, Kronos is a bitch. Not Kronos, Urunus. Sorry, because they were there. Yeah. Urunus is like, oh yeah, I have my 12 Titans.
Good
apples
looking
of
dudes.
my eyes. Yeah, dudes and chicks.
Handsome chicks.
Okay,
dudes.
but the 100 hands ones and the single-eyed ones. Yeah, single-eyed ones. Yeah, but the 100-hand ones. Seriously, why not? Like, can you imagine the things you can do if you have 100 hands?
No.
Huh? How many babies you can lift and eat? I'm just okay. Whatever. So then. Okay, so Urunus sends them to. He sends them to Tartarus. So they're sitting there and they're getting bored. They're like, oh my god, who's going to come and release us? Forget it. They are gone. Right? Now the gods,
why can't
the
they
Olympians.
just escape?
Because it's locked door from outside.
Oh.
Not from inside. Inside means they're open and gone off.
Yeah.
Urunus is not that dumb.
Yeah.
He's like, he locked it from outside and he told Tartarus like, listen mate, okay, you need to keep them inside because they're like
these are your people and you're the kings. So.
And we are out here modeling with all these two eyes and all that, and this dude comes out with one eye. It's just gonna be bad.
But
it's gonna be
if
bad.
you technically look at it, right?
Yeah.
What if one eye was a norm and then two eyes are weird? Who set the human thingy as the best looking thingy?
We did.
No.
Because we are writing the stories.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So honestly, there was nothing wrong with them.
So why don't you just walk around like this from now? Just walk around like that. Okay, you see how difficult it is to move to your left when you have just one functional eye? Maybe you can switch it up. 12 hours like this and 12 hours like this.
The eye was in the middle, so it made sense. It was perfect.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And it was a big eye.
Yeah,
so
it was
like
a big eye. It was like a gigantic,
eye.
ugly, single eye.
So they could look at things much better.
But how will they wink? If they wink, it's like blinking. There's no wink or blink for them. Because when we wink, it's like.
Yeah, so they make it more prominent. They can go.
No. That'll be so weird. It'll be very impractical, having just one eye. Right? But then the work will be so much easier. Like if they can't see, it's just a monocle. You know, like that one monocle or just one contact lens. They don't have to wear two and all these things.
Yeah. And they see much better. You know, when it gets troublesome, when they're at war and someone like jabs them in the eye, then it's done.
Yeah.
Over game.
Exactly.
But if you have two and then one goes and you still
you have a spare, exactly.
Yeah.
In this case, you don't have a spare. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, you're ugly. And you can't see. What are you going to flounder there like a bloody ugly person, fish, whatever? You know, it's just sad. Okay? It's just really, first of all, it's just a product of incest and that should not have happened. That's wrong.
Yeah, but it happened.
Okay, it happened. So the only person to blame is Gaia and Urunus.
Yeah.
Okay?
Urunus sounds so weird.
I mean, that was his mother. It's his mother. It's his mother.
Okay.
Okay? Like, dude, seriously.
Your mother.
Just too much, okay?
But why did she pick him out of the 12
Because
Titans?
it's favoritism. Okay? Chaos had the children. Pick one of them. How bad are they going to feel? Chaos didn't sleep with anyone else, to my knowledge. Maybe she did, I don't know. But it's just so, it's clearly picking a favorite.
Yeah.
Zeus is like, okay guys.
War time.
Okay? It's wartime, right?
Yeah.
And they're powerful guys. So are the Titans. But the Titans at this point of time are more powerful than the
makes sense.
gods, right? Because they're more experienced in all of this. And Gaia, she does not like Chronos. She just doesn't like Chronos.
The grandmother.
Okay.
Come wife.
She's like, fuck it, dude. Okay. So she tells Zeus, why don't you talk to the Cyclopes and the Hekaton Killers in Tartarus?
Wait, so if it's locked outside, how did Zeus get in?
I don't know how he got in.
Okay, he got in.
But what a bitch, right? Gaia. First she kills her own husband.
Technically,
right?
Oh yeah, and then she gets
and Hekaton Killers
too.
and the Cyclopes are her children, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, they have been locked away
But
because Urunus locked them away. I got him killed. So now you need to release them. And
but then this is the whole. You know how your grandmother is nicer to the grandmother's nicer to the grandchild than the actual child. You know.
Yeah.
It's probably that.
Yeah, but still, what a bitch. Okay. Kill your own husband, then kill your own son. Like, seriously.
No, get your son to kill your husband, then get your grandson to kill your husband again because was your son.
No. Get your grandson first to kill your husband, who is your son.
Who's your son? Yeah.
And then get your great grandson
to kill your
grandson, who is also
actually
your son.
husband.
No. The Cyclopes give them weapons. They give Hades invisibility helmet. Okay.
So only his head is invisible?
His entire body is invisible. Yeah, if he wears that. It's not like he'll walk around like Hollow Man. Okay.
What is the good thing about it? We don't know who he is, so he's probably one of the titans. Yeah. Let him go.
No, but he's like, okay, if he wears the helmet and he goes and tickles Chronos, right? Okay? But Chronos will be like, hey, who was that?
I use the Harry Potter logic because the invisibility cloak.
Exactly.
It's a cloak, it wraps around you. But if it's a helmet, then it just...
Yeah, but it's good. Yeah, okay, it's a whole body invisibility helmet.
Armor.
No, it's a helmet. It's a helmet.
Okay. But it works for the entire body.
For the entire body.
Technology.
Okay? Yeah, has to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Okay, it has to be.
Yeah.
Because, it has to be. Okay?
And that's so stupid. So if someone comes and jabs him in the gut, he dies.
But you know where he is.
But this is war, right? Because they're just going...
No. They are not simply going like this in war. In war, you battle with another person. Okay? It's not like you're taking a sword and just, oh my god, we kill whoever there is. Okay?
Go fruit ninja on that.
You have 100 soldiers and 100 soldiers or 200 soldiers and they fight between each other.
Yeah.
Okay, otherwise what is the point of coming close to the line? They can just stand there and keep doing shit. No. Okay.
I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
You
So
just don't know who
they give Hades invisibility helmet.
Yeah, okay.
They give Poseidon a trident.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Like the Little Mermaid thing.
Yeah,
okay?
the stash that he holds.
Yeah, okay. That's a trident.
No, this is good enough.
This is trident. See, it's like a trident. Okay. And then they give Zeus
the lightning bolt.
Now, that's a bit, actually, I don't like this because...
What does the trident do though?
It has powers. It just channels Poseidon's powers of the ocean.
Okay.
Oh, no, not yet. He wasn't part of the ocean yet. They just channel his power and like, oh, you know what? You can... like, okay, shoot it out with 3 different spokes, okay? But see, what this I think is sort of, it's very important here because they gave Hades something he can hold.
Right.
They gave Poseidon something he can hold.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of a weapon is a lightning bolt?
No, he holds a lightning bolt.
Yeah, but that's just sad, right? I mean, how can you hold a lightning bolt? You can generate lightning, like Nikola Tesla.
It
can be like
Thor.
A trident, like Thor had a hammer to channel the lightning.
Yeah.
So what they gave him was just one stick, shaped like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
So they didn't give him a lightning bolt. They gave him a weapon that was able to channel the lightning. Okay, whatever it is. So then a very powerful weapon. And then Zeus is like, that's what I do. So he went to full-on war. But they were still not powerful enough. Okay, so
what happened to the other 2 kids? Other 3 kids?
Women, no, they don't get anything. Yeah. Hashtag misogyny is wrong.
But who were they?
Hestia, Hera, Demeter.
Hera didn't have any power.
Hera got the power of bitchiness. Demeter got the power of tantrums. And Hestia, I don't know what she got.
I don't know what she got either.
Okay, so anyway, it doesn't matter. They were women, so we didn't have to talk about that right now. Okay.
But you see how Rhea got 3 women and 3 men?
Yeah. So Rhea got 3 sons and 3 daughters is what you mean.
No, but I'm saying women and men. So it's like, it's good reproduction. You know what I mean? They could have, like Zeus and Hera got together. They got married, right?
Yeah, but it would have been better if she had 6 sons.
Okay, let's finish this. No, why? The women could have ended this entire thing with one.
With what?
One dialogue to the.
Like what?
Like
what?
Okay, if she wanted Zeus in his group of dudes to win, she could have gone and like bitched about.
Do you know about this Zeus guy? Oh my god!
He got the line. By the way, that little hell that you created down there, Proclus, your kids that you banished, helping him, and you're sitting here doing shit, man.
Vomiting like a little shit.
You've got 11 other brothers. They ain't doing shit about it. One already joined them and you don't even know about it. You know what your problem is? You don't have women.
Exactly.
We'll do the we'll do the
gossip. We'll get the information.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
They don't believe in us. They don't think we're capable of anything, and that works in our favor. Let's do this.
Right.
We will,
Okay, that notwithstanding.
And then slowly destroy even the Titans, and then destroy Zeus and his little.
And then live happily ever after, just women.
And then take over.
Prometheus, the guy who defected from the Titans, he's like, easy fix, right? Let's ambush them. Let's release the 100 hands people.
Dudes.
And then let's tell them to throw rocks.
Like actual rocks?
Actual rocks.
What is it with Chronos and rocks?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Poor thing, dude.
Okay. It's just so sad. So then Atlas is like, oh yeah, brother Titans, let's go. Charge. Okay. And then Zeus perfectly at that time, he retreats the army. He's like, yeah, let's go. Oh my god, we are scared. Let's go. So they go. And the Atlas is like, oh my god, why are they running? Are we winning? Wow, this is just super chill, right? So then they keep proceeding. And then they realize that boulders are falling from the sky.
Oh.
Okay, and there were so many of these Hekaton Killers, and each one of them had like 100 hands, right? So they were all like, okay, like that, right? They're all doing this.
You look like a spider.
Yeah, and imagine that, okay? It's like everywhere you go, there's so many hands, right? And each one has the boulders, and this is okay, like that, right? And then Atlas and all were like so afraid. Oh shit, the mountains are falling on us. This is just too much. Let's just go.
Yeah.
So they left and they accepted defeat.
Really?
Yeah.
No war.
No, that was part of the war. It was one part of the war. It was
but
10-year war.
Didn't actually.
It was a 10-year war.
So for 10 years they walked and got rocked and walked out?
No, they for 9 years and 364 days, they were like, oh yeah, we are winning and all that. Just that one day, these Hekaton Killers guys are like, rock and then rock.
What did the Cyclopses do?
Just watching with their one man. One night. Okay. Meanwhile, Zeus and all are just guffawing in the side, like, oh my god, he thought we retreated. What a dum dum. Okay. So then they accept defeat, and then Atlas is like, wow, dude, that's just a fantastic strategy. You win. So the Olympians now are they are in power.
Yeah.
So Zeus is like, yeah, all that's fine, but you guys need to go to jail. So he sends all the Titans to jail.
Where is
Tartarus.
Oh.
Okay. Sends all the Titans to Tartarus, but he leaves Atlas because Atlas was the leader of the army. He's like, I respect you, mate, because you led the army.
That's not nice.
Why?
Because, okay, if this...
No, but he needed Atlas for a reason. He told Atlas, I won't send you to Tartarus. What you do is,
okay,
you hold the
Atlas
universe up on his shoulder.
Oh, so that's the...
That's why we have a round earth. That's why we have spherical earth. If there was no Atlas, we would have had a flat earth. You understand? So Atlas is like, what the fuck, man, I'd rather go to Tartarus. So he's just standing there and he's holding the sky on his shoulder.
They really, thought this out, right?
They really thought this out. The Greeks, one thing I'd give it to them is that every single occurrence in nature, whether it's natural occurrence or even human tendencies, they had a story to explain each.
Why? Yeah.
But with either a deity or some kind of a nymph or whatever it is, it's a lot more instructive than it would have been if you say that, yeah, someone feels jealous. Yeah. But if you personify the jealousy and make that particular being look bad and being defeated in war.
Also with like every single Greek god, right? Like other religious beings, other gods in other religion are made to look flawless, like they're perfect. But Greek didn't do that. They gave them flaws. Exactly. They made them human like.
Exactly. Which is why I think that by far Greek mythology has provided so much content for fantasy tales, movies, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely rich. The richness in Greek mythology is unparalleled.
Yeah.
I think. Right? So then now we come to the point where Zeus is king.
He is. Yeah.
But now they have to give domains to each god.
Yeah.
Right? And again, the misogyny plays out here because they don't really give the
women anything.
Goddesses anything, at least not yet, right? In this generation of the gods. The three sisters don't really get anything substantial.
Yeah.
The three brothers, that is Zeus, Hades and Poseidon, they draw lots to reign over each domain. Right? Poseidon gets the water, Zeus gets regular earth, sky, earth, whatever it is. And Hades gets a short end of the stick, he gets to rule
the underworld.
Okay? But underworld is not as bad as Tartarus.
Right.
But he still gets to rule the underworld. And because he's always there, he's never really on top.
Right.
He's never on earth.
Yeah.
So then they just sort of exclude him.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, you may make it only like once a year, so why don't you just stay there and we'll replace you with somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay?
Did they replace him with someone else?
With other children, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What this entire story or saga or whatever it is teaches me is, first of all, you need to learn how to enjoy your meals. Okay, that's number one.
That's not number one. That should... Therapy. Therapy is number one in your
I'm
list.
saying whatever meal it is. They always say you shouldn't swallow your food.
But
Why?
his point
because
was not to
you have
enjoy...
to masticate it. You have to masticate it and chew. So that the salivary amylase breaks down the sugars. Now, if you eat your own baby whole without chewing it, how is it going to get digested?
I don't think his purpose was eating them and enjoying his meal. His purpose was not getting them out.
Keep in mind, there is no story about the gods defecating. Okay, they never used to shit. So whatever they used to eat just used to get deposited like a bloody bank vault. Okay?
They could have just started a civilization in there.
Yeah. So exactly. Imagine just all the siblings inside Chronos' stomach are like, oh, Meena, super sad. Okay? They're sitting and chilling down there. But had he cut off one of their hand, how they can't do anything. My point is, Chronos is to blame for his own death. Okay? It's just, my God, it's just terrible. Okay, and in all this meantime, Aphrodite, the product of the froth in the sea from Urunus' castration, is just sitting and chilling over there, looking pretty and sunbathing and tanning and all of these things.
And then she looks up and then there are rocks just flying all over.
Yeah. She's like, where did that come from?
Oh no. Okay. Guys, this is a little weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just very strange, the entire story of the Titans and how... I mean, it's not that defined.
It's not.
Mythology, I think Greek mythology gets a lot more defined later.
Yeah.
But this particular story of... It's just really...
chaotic.
It's just cringe.
Yeah.
You know? And what happened to Chaos?
Chaos.
Right? She gave birth to so many children and she had her own lesbian affair with her daughter. What happened to her? Where'd she go? Where are you when people need you?
Yeah.
Huh? Like seriously. And then Gaia, okay? After the war, Zeus is like, yeah, dude, you're all going to jail, right?
Yeah.
Gaia's like, whoa, 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 whoa. They're my children. How can you send them to Tartarus?
Yeah.
And Zeus is like, you
asked
gave me the idea to defeat them. What did you think I'd do? Huh?
What did she say?
She said, no, this is not right. Then? I'm going to birth another child called Typhon to defeat you.
Did she birth Typhon?
What a dumb bitch, I swear.
Who's she going to birth Typhon with?
I don't know, just like, it's like a vending machine, okay? You just put it you enter your code and your child comes up. Okay? If you want a one-eyed one, G435. If you want one with 100 hands, F781. If you want a Typhon,
oh my God.
you enter appropriate code. Okay? So she's like, oh, Typhon, my child. Okay, without a father. So he has his issues. He doesn't know who his father is. He's like, but who's my father? She's like, that doesn't concern you, you fuck. You just defeat your brother. You just defeat your, nephew actually.
Nephew, yeah.
Okay, Zeus, you go, okay, because he's locking up all your brothers.
So there was a typhon.
There was a typhon.
Oh, damn.
Okay, and then Zeus is like, Granny, please, Granny, I have the weapons now. I am the king of the sky. How can you think I'm going to let this typhon guy anywhere near victory? No, I'm going to kill. I defeated him. He defeated him.
He did?
He did. Of course he did. He's Zeus. He controls the sky and he's got the...
What does Typhon have?
He doesn't have anything. He just has an attitude.
Poor thing.
Typhon just has an attitude.
Poor thing.
What poor thing? Okay. He's... Okay. So after he defeats him, Zeus is like, okay, you know what? Typhon, because I don't want to antagonize my grandmother. She's already aging. Okay. So I'm just going to not put you in Tartarus. I'm going to deposit you under Mount Etna.
What is this?
Mount Etna is a volcanic mountain.
Okay.
So legend has it, not legend, the myth has it that Zeus, he took Typhon, he put him under Mount Etna.
What is it Zeus in putting people under things or making people
under
over
himself
things?
or things, yeah. It's just, he's a fucking dick. Zeus is the biggest bully, okay? He's so strange.
Because he was that one favorite grandchild.
He's spoiled.
He had it, yeah.
He's bloody
he had
spoiled.
It the best.
Yeah, he had
Everybody
the best because he was alive.
Yeah.
Because his bloody mother didn't think of giving the stones earlier.
Plus he was raised by nymphs.
Yeah.
So like... Zeus is probably down there like killing animals and they're like, oh look at him!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's out there dancing.
Yeah, and they're out
his
there
siblings
dancing.
are inside Chronos' stomach. They're like, shit, it's so hot here. I mean,
it stinks.
Can somebody open the window? And this dude keeps drinking wine all the time.
So they were all just drunk.
They should have been.
They should have been
They
drunk.
should have been.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
they
they
should
weren't
have
drunk.
been. But they weren't. Exactly.
What if the wine gave them the power?
Magical wine, huh?
Magical wine.
Yeah, because Chronos not going to give them the power.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe the wine gave
Also,
him the power.
wait,
but they're like the parasites in the stomach.
They ate it.
They ate the power from Chronos.
But also, if Rhea
Rhea.
gave them the poison wine, gave Chronos the poison wine, why didn't they die? Because they were in his belly.
Yeah.
So they would have also either come out and started throwing up like their dad, or they would have died. Right?
Yeah. Now the explanation that I can give you for this, right, is like the wine. Okay.
They didn't consume it.
No. They can't. No. Okay. So wait a second. They can hear everything, right?
They
They can hear everything. So inside they're like, I think that's mom. This is what she's saying, right? And then Rhea is like, oh yeah, but no, they're not near Rhea. Because Rhea is not going to plot in front of Chronos.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they were just sleeping.
But they would have still consumed the wine.
Yeah.
There's a loophole.
That's a good question.
They didn't die.
Yeah. They didn't die. They didn't consume the wine. They didn't have any other source of sustenance. What are they eating there? They're not going to be eating all the meat. Actually, they will be, because knowing Chronos, you would have swallowed like a deer whole or a chicken whole. So then down, they would have been like, whoa, this is a good shit. I'm going to eat the chicken breast. I'm going to eat the legs. Maybe they did that, right? I think that's a possibility.
Oh my god.
And maybe with all the bones, because he didn't shit it out. Right? Maybe
He
with
didn't
all the
shit at all.
Yeah, maybe with
So
the
did
bones, they just sort of fabricated some type of a snorkel mask. You know, so when the wine came in, they're like... So then
No, they're not supposed
they're
to.
intelligent.
You don't know that.
They're very intelligent. And maybe they had some, maybe they knew, because they were drinking so much wine, they didn't drink too much of it, right? They drank the wine. Every day they're like, oh yeah, it's party time. And they're drinking and they're getting high. But the other wine that came in, when they drank it, they could feel that it's off. So they didn't drink too much of it.
Okay.
But Chronos, he's not going to sit in. It's got notes of capsicum and chili. No, he's not going to do that, right? He's just gonna be like,
eventually.
wine notes, yeah. He's not a connoisseur. He's not a wine snob. So he's just gonna be like, is that wine? Done. Okay, so he didn't know that it's bad.
Yeah.
Right? So it trickled down and all of that. And meanwhile, Hera and Poseidon and Hades are like, dude, something's off in this, don't you think? I mean, yeah, it's off. Let's not, okay, we'll just get the mask out because I think this dude is just going to keep thinning and we'll drown. So we'll just like, okay. So they've done that and then they survive. That's intelligent.
Survive. Yeah.
It's very intelligent.
Okay.
Okay.
But this is all not true. This is just his version.
This is true. This is 100% true. This is 100% accurate information sourced from the
very depths of Mr.
Chronos' stomach. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So then Gaia is like, Zeus is like Typhon, whatever, puts him. So the reason why Mount Etna is dormant is because
he's
Typhon,
pissed underneath.
Yeah. And someday he is going to come out, erupt,
and the world.
And fight Zeus.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Gaia is just standing there.
Gaia is just sitting there chilling because she's tired now. Right? She's birthed like 100 children and like 99 ugly and 1 normal. Yeah. And she's like, I got rid of my husband's son. I got rid of my grandson. I tried to kill my great grandson. Okay, all my children are elsewhere. What am I doing here?
Look at that. That's good evolution. Zeus learned from his history.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to stick it to
Gaia.
Or maybe Tartarus was just full.
Yeah.
Who knows? Or maybe Tartarus himself, he's like, dude, stop sending me these idiots. Okay? I've had enough of them. Just you put them somewhere else. I'm really tired of these fucking morons. Okay? They're bickering all the time. Okay? It's just so sad. And he didn't kill Chronos.
The Cyclopses and the
Hekaton Killers and the Titans. I don't know actually if they went back in. They came out.
So they didn't go back in.
I don't know yet.
In a lot of books, the Cyclops have their own island somewhere on Earth, right? I don't know what happened to the 100-hand people though.
They would have succeeded in life. So this is the thing, right? I like the Greek mythology, the powers they have, the different types of powers they have, the abilities or the nuances that they have taken care of. But I think one thing that Greek mythology reeks of is proper misogyny. I haven't seen, other than a few of these goddesses, none of them have had that
energy to
or the position of command or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right?
When you actually think about it, right? Hera, Zeus's sister, come wife, come a lot of other things. Hera actually had a lot of power because 1, she was Zeus's wife, and 2, Zeus was not outright scared of her, but he kind of did fear her a little bit, right? she was a crazy. Also, her husband pissed her off a lot because he went around finding any random pretty-looking thing and said, "Oh, YOLO, let's make babies." So she was really pissed, and she had a lot of power. I don't think she had any specific, like a lightning bolt. She didn't have anything.
Right. She didn't have a tool.
Yeah, but she was very powerful. Yeah, she herself was a weapon, and that's strong. Like, what is Zeus without his lightning bolt?
Zeus without his lightning bolt
is just
like Tony Stark, a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. But not a philanthropist, actually.
That was a good one. That's actually,
Exactly. Same concept.
But see, Hera didn't need anything. She was feared by a lot of people, and she stood out, right? Everybody knew who she was. Nobody wanted to mess with her. She messed with a lot of other people. Things pissed her off easily. Gaia's just like, oh well.
I want none of that.
She got her shish. You do your thing, boo. And then Zeus couldn't say anything to her. Zeus didn't give a shit either. But Hera had not only a lot of problems with the other people, demigods and other gods, but she had a lot of problems with a lot of other gods like Athena and Aphrodite. they were on and off fighting, and they had their own little quarrels. And sad, because like every year there was this contest, I think, that Zeus held, which was that there was a golden apple, right? Okay, so there was this golden apple, and the most beautiful goddess would get the golden apple. Now we have Aphrodite, powerful. We have Hera, powerful, and we had Athena, right?
Yes.
Athena came from Metis and Zeus. Metis was like, wisdom, and Zeus. They mated, they gave birth to Athena, and Athena, Zeus was told by someone, an oracle, let's say, that one of his kids will be smarter than him.
Ooh.
It's not power anymore, right? Because wisdom can...
Pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah, the pen is mightier than the sword. So he didn't want this, because if someone smarter than him, they can eventually overtake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Athena was the child that was supposed to be born smarter than the father himself, smartest one out there. So Zeus didn't want that to happen.
What did he do?
Yeah, I think he swallowed her too.
I don't. What is with this family? Oh my God! Like it runs in the bloody blood.
Yeah.
After a point, the women just have to understand. No, if we birth a child, this fucker's going to swallow it. Just stop.
But he followed his granddad.
He didn't bite it? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
In his head, and then one day he had like a terrible headache. His head was like pulsating, throbbing headache. And then he asked someone to take an axe and slit his head open.
Oh, that was Hephaestus. He asked Hephaestus, who is Hera and his child.
Yeah.
He was a good craftsman, a blacksmith, whatever, toolsmith. He asked him to fabricate a hammer, axe to slice his head open.
See, now what's weird about the story is that Zeus doesn't die.
So no, wait.
His head is sliced open and Athena comes out.
Okay, so is she also like these... Wait a second. When Chronos vomited his children out, they were fully grown, I think.
Athena also came out fully grown and conquer, because she was pissed. That's why they say she's never stable, right? Athena did what she wanted to do. So she came out with not vengeance, but yeah, she came out with that, this is my right. This is where, and she was intelligent. She was smart. She had the best of abilities to do, like, she was the goddess of warfare, right? There's Aries, who was the goddess of god of aggressive war.
Don't confuse it. Okay.
Aries, the god of aggressive war. This is just like bloodshed war. This is warfare. She knew the tactics to win over another. This was wisdom and strength, right? Brute and wisdom. So she was everything that feminism stood for, right? And Zeus didn't want that, but then Zeus was okay with it. After his head was sliced open, he's still alive. Yeah. We don't know how he's still alive, but he's still alive, and now Athena's out there like...
That's just absolutely fantastic, right? How did they come up with the concept of cracking the skull open without damaging the brain?
And where did she... So, he didn't have a brain because Athena was in there. Fully grown.
No, maybe she was next to the brain. Maybe she's pushed the brain aside and then she's like, oh, daylight. Let's just go. You know?
Commercial break!
Have you ever thought about looking into the future and understanding what the future has in store for you? Just like the oracle at Delphi, we present to you the glass oracle, or like we like to call it, the gloracle. Now, as you can see, it is a transparent glass with bubbles inside. If you look closely enough, you will see how the world will treat you.
Like a rock.
Like a rock.
They don't give a shit about you.
They don't give a shit about you.
Nobody gives a shit about you.
Nobody gives a shit about you. This
You're
is
a rock.
You are a rock.
You should be swallowed
this
by
is
Chronos.
A gloracle, but you are a rock.
Gloracle? Rock.
What are you saying?
Athena. Wisdom, warfare, brute, aggression. Not aggression, but she was ready to fight the world because she was swallowed by her dad because her dad didn't want her to come out.
Yeah, because she's a woman.
Everything about her like screams feminism, right? Because she was smart, she was also powerful.
Exactly.
And she, even if like the most brutest of all men couldn't defeat her, because she was not just strength, she was brains. She worked with her brains, yeah.
Exactly.
She was all good. By the way, Aphrodite is still chilling somewhere in the sea.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Other than Aphrodite, throughout her life, had this thing of making people fall in love with each other.
Yeah.
Goddess
For
of love.
some reason, Aphrodite has a very bimboish vibe about her.
Yeah.
To me, right? No, I mean.
She created a lot of mess. The Trojan War happened because of her, right?
Because of her, yes.
Because she got Helen to marry the Trojan
Paris.
hero.
Oh my God.
And then Paris is just like, kidnap the girl, marry her, because that's completely normal.
Yeah.
It's any day better than swallowing your kids and then getting married to your mother and then making more kids that you can swallow. So
the common thread of just absolute nonsensical behavior in the Greek heroes, or not the heroes, the gods or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, Zeus, for example. How many people did he sleep with?
A
Mortals,
lot.
Immortals, animals, plants.
No, he didn't sleep with plants. He
that was a
went
joke.
in disguise as
He might as well have slept with a plant.
Probably.
Okay, just pollinated a plant.
Do you realize that so all of this is happening in the main scene, right? All these nymphs and all the mermaids down there are just like what is going on? Like, what is happening?
Exactly.
They don't know what's happening. Aphrodite did that for the longest time. And then she was like, shit, I need to take action. So let's go make people fall in love. Let's create wars. And now Athena is just like, this bitch ain't gonna stop. And then she's going there and she's fighting her favorite hero. Athena fought warfare based on who she favored.
Okay.
Like if she liked one guy, she would make them win. But then Hera was like, why are you interfering? And then Hera would help the other one. So they were all kind of in war.
They were so bitchy.
Yeah.
They were all so bitchy, the guys and the girls.
But see, that's the thing. That's, I think, the biggest problem with how, at least when these men were structured and these male characters were made, right? They had flaws, but they always turned out like their flaws were rectified. But these women are always shown as they're strong, they're wise, they've got everything about them that's good, but then they do such small things that change. They're always messing with things they're not supposed to be messing with.
Yeah, but I think that's a common trend even with the gods or the heroes.
But see,
certain flaws, if you notice,
you don't see Zeus and Poseidon and Hades fighting, but now you have a battle and a competition for beauty. Why do you need that? Why did the three women have to be judged? I get why Hera was pissed, right? Because, I mean, if you have a husband like Zeus. Fun fact, Hera is the goddess of virgins, right? She was a virgin throughout. You know why?
Why?
She did the nasty, right, with a lot of people.
Of course she did.
But once a year, she would go to this magical fountain and she'd bathe herself in the fountain, rejuvenates her virginity. So every year, she's not a virgin, right? She goes in, she bathes in this fountain and she's a virgin again, and then she goes out and she lives her life, goes back in the next year, bathes in this fountain and she's a virgin again.
I absolutely love how the gods could undo everything bad that they did by themselves. Okay? That's
so cool. See, that's the thing. Aphrodite hasn't... How many people has she been with? I don't think...
A lot of people. Aphrodite has been with a lot of people. Okay, either as herself or, as other incarnations, I think. I'm 100% sure she's not going to sit there and just be faithful to Aries. She had a child with Aries. She had a child with Hephaestus. She had a child with Hermes, who is hermaphrodite, by the way. I'm not even kidding.
No.
Seriously.
Just because he has to.
No. Hermes was Zeus' child, right? I don't know with who. Aphrodite, right? And this is her, grand nephew. Okay?
Yeah.
She's like, my God, he's hot, right? And he's like, wow, I like it, okay? So then they have a child called Hermaphrodito, because Hermes and Aphrodite, right? So the child is called Hermaphrodito, and he falls in love with a nymph, okay? I don't know, it's a weird shit. So Hermaphrodito falls in love with a nymph falls in love with him, and so to be together, their bodies are fused together. Instead of actually living a happy life in some secluded island and raising children, no, they choose to be together all the time. They fuse
so
with each
cute.
other, and so
That's cute.
that's
nice.
the male, which is Hermaphrodito, and the nymph together become male and female, right? That's where the word hermaphrodite comes from.
You can either get another Greek god or goddess, or you can get a cyclops.
Get a fucking cyclope, or like 100-hand Hephaist, the Hekaton Killers.
Donkeys.
Hekaton Killers, that's a good one.
Donkeys are cute.
No, they are not.
Yes, they
Horses are cute. Donkeys are not cute.
Donkeys.
There's a
donkeys are
reason why the other word for donkeys is asses.
No, donkeys.
Okay?
Donkeys
Well,
are
some
like,
of them are cute, some of them are not.
Yeah, donkeys are like puppy horses.
I know Hades wanted to marry his own niece.
Yeah.
He wanted to marry Demeter's daughter,
What's her name?
Persephone.
Persephone.
Right? And Demeter. See,
Persephone.
This one I
the
don't.
tale about Persephone
But
is
wait,
that
before we get to Persephone,
Yeah.
this one I don't get about Zeus, right? You're already sleeping with one of your sisters, Hera.
yeah.
Okay, then leave the other siblings alone. You have only two other
Those are
sisters.
the kids now.
No, Zeus had three sisters:
Yeah.
Hestia, Hera, Demeter.
Yeah.
I don't know about Hestia.
Yeah.
Okay, he's sleeping with Hera,
He's sleeping with Hera.
and now he's like, one sister is not enough. I want to sleep with the other sister.
Her thing is she was spring, right? She represented everything beautiful.
Now the story behind that
Yeah.
is that Hades kidnaps her because
Yeah.
that's normal, right? If you like someone, just
You
kidnap
kidnap
them. No big deal. No, because there's no,
No, but he
police at the
kidnapped
time.
her because there was no other way to get her.
That's my
Nobody
point.
would ever want to go to the underworld. Who wants
That's-
to live in the
It's not like she was attracted to him in the first place. She
Yeah.
did not want to marry this dude.
Yeah.
Okay? He looks like a dungeon master with the black beard and all that. No, she didn't. And plus, it's so hot in hell. Okay? They don't have the ACs.
He
they don't have the
probably
windows.
had an AC.
He didn't. It's so hot. And then he kidnaps her. First
He
of all,
kidnaps her.
wrong. Okay, that's like,
Yeah, but eating your children, make sure you chew them.
yeah. Really.
Technically, they didn't have bones, right? Because they were all
They had
like,
bones.
they
Of
were
course they had bones.
fetuses, cartilage, bony,
Excuse me.
chewable bones, not like fully formed.
It's not like Cronus told Rhea, as soon as you conceive, I'll eat your child.
Then
She birthed the child. There was a wah, wah, and then he heard it, and he's like, okay, it's lunchtime. Okay? And poor Rhea is like, at least she should fight him. He's like, okay, give me my lunch. And she's like,
No.
okay, take it.
yeah.
She's a weirdo.
But see, that's the thing. I don't think women were given so much importance till like later with
Yeah.
Athena and Medusa.
Exactly.
And
Now, even with Medusa, please. Okay, now coming back to Persephone's story, right?
Yeah.
So Hades kidnaps her, and then to make her stay there,
yeah,
he feeds her
pomegranates.
seeds. Now, I
Because
didn't
pomegranate
know.
seeds are the food of the dead.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
It's such a nice, innocent-looking fruit,
yeah.
but fruit of the dead.
The fruit of the dead. So if she eats it, but see, it's the fruit of the dead because she symbolizes spring, right? Anything
That is the only reason she symbolizes spring is because after Zeus kidnapped her, his own sister Demeter is like, come on, dude, she's your niece. Okay, take a break. And then Hades is like, excuse me, you're the one who slept with your brother. Okay, I'm the one not sleeping with my own sibling. So Demeter is throwing a tantrum. She's like, Zeus, dude, this is not right. Okay, first of all, without my permission, he took her.
Yeah.
Had he asked my permission, I would have said no, but still,
Yeah.
this is just too much.
Yeah.
And then she befell a drought on mankind. Because
Yeah.
by that time, Zeus had made man. He had asked
Yeah.
permission. Okay, and then it got so bad. Zeus is like, come on, sis, wife. It's just, it's too much. Okay, can we come to a compromise? Okay, brother, can you send her home for 6 months so I can see my daughter and my niece, and she can see her daughter, right? And then she'll stay with you for 6 months. But Persephone eventually fell in love with Hades,
Yeah.
like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
But the 6 months that she came back symbolized spring.
Yeah.
The 6 months that she wasn't there, and Demeter is like, oh my god, my daughter is not with me, Symbolized?
Winter.
Exactly.
It's a very similar story with Zeus. One day had felt so in love with this king's wife called Leda. And she was not interested in Zeus at all. So she loved... Shocking, right?
My God.
She didn't like him. Guess what he does?
Let me see. He went to her father and asked her father her hand for her marriage.
No, he just needed to sleep with her once. So he goes in the form of a beautiful white swan, sees her, she falls in love with the swan. Not like in love, like
she's like, oh my God, what a beautiful
sexually. Swan. She's like, that's a beautiful being, that's so pretty. While she's petting him,
God.
things happen. Now she's pregnant, right? And she goes back. The king also, their husband and wife, it happens, right? It's normal. Not like he went in the form of a swan to like go.
Unbelievable.
It's so weird. Why would
she was Hercules' mother, no? Was she Hercules' mother?
Leda then hatched 2 eggs.
Okay.
And 1 child.
2 eggs and 1 child.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the egg was Helen of Troy, the most beautiful.
Oh.
The eggs were Zeus.
Of course.
So both her egg children were immortals, and the one mortal was the one that came for the king. Okay.
Helen of Troy was not immortal.
Helen of Troy was immortal.
No.
Yeah.
She is a demigod, but she's not immortal.
She's immortal.
Really?
All demigods are immortal. They don't have an age limit.
Okay.
And the twins, the boys, were Castor and Pollux. So Castor and Pollux, I think Castor was, I'll tell you who was a demigod and who wasn't. Castor was the king's son, Leda and the king. Pollux was Zeus and Leda's son.
Okay.
Now Castor and Pollux, great warriors, right? A lot of, even later on, a lot of people that went on like ship voyages, they would call upon Castor and Pollux.
Ship voyages, okay.
Voyages are...
No, it makes sense. I was air voyages is...
Yeah, but then wasn't there back then, so I thought I'll mention it. So when they go on a voyage, they usually call upon Castor and Pollux to protect or guide their ship. Okay, so they were good warrior boys because they were Zeus's kids somehow. But the problem was that Castor was immortal, and you know the whole Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
Super famous. Jason and the Argonauts got them to go with him, and in one of their wars, Castor dies, right?
But he's immortal.
No, Pollux is immortal. Pollux is Zeus' son.
Okay.
Castor is Leda and the king's son, so he's immortal. Castor dies.
Castor is mortal.
Castor is mortal, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Pollux is immortal.
Yeah.
Castor dies, Pollux is like, my twin brother, the guy I grew up with, this can't happen. So he goes to Zeus, his dad, and he cries and he's like, listen, I need him. So Zeus says, what can I do? And Pollux is like, give him half of my life because I'm immortal, right? So Zeus says he gives Castor half of Pollux's life. So now they have to live half their time in like sky because they're not on Earth.
Okay. So half is an immortal, half is immortal.
Yeah.
What
so
if they
6 months they stay on Earth, they fight wars, they go on adventures, and 6 months they're up there with the gods. And they can't do anything there. They can't.
What does that signify though? Like this Persephone signifies winter and spring?
So this is apparently there's a good day. You know when the sea is good, they know the time when the sea is good. So 6 months of that is like steady sea. That's when Castor and Pollux, you see the star.
Fine.
You see the blue and the white star. So you follow them. They lead the way.
So they're
this is when they're in
the sea.
When they're in the sky, yeah.
Okay, fine.
So they keep everything all Gucci down there for these sailors to travel, and the sailors are like, we see you up there, we know you can't do much, but your light is good enough. And when they're on Earth, they help, like Jason. And
these guys are just absolutely fantastic.
But it's so, they represent the Gemini.
Okay, fine.
Castor and Pollux, yeah.
That was
Leda. The swan. Ugh, he went as a swan.
He went as a bull.
He went as a bull. and he rode her off to another side to rape her.
Zeus was weird. Hera always gave out some weird punishments, right? There was this another nymph called Echo, what we know as Echo.
Yeah.
The reason it became what an Echo is because Zeus fell in love with this nymph.
Okay.
And Hera wouldn't have any of it.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm going to curse you. The only thing you can speak is the words that are spoken to you. The last of the words that's spoken to you. Which is why today an echo is when you say, I'm alive, I'm alive. That's an echo. The only reason is because Echo, the nymph, is speaking back to you. And the only thing she can say
is what you say.
Is the last words that you say to her. I don't know how this impacted her libido. She would have still slept with Zeus. But
she was pissed.
She was very pissed. She punished so many people.
So many. The god of wine, Dionysius.
Yeah.
Who did he sleep with to get him?
I
Don't know. But she was pissed with him as well, right? So she punished him. She did something.
Wasn't he the guy who was in Zeus's thigh or something like that?
Yeah. So she got pissed with the lady. So the story is that Zeus slept with this whoever. Dionysius was the product, right? Now she got pissed. She killed the mother. Killed the mother. And Zeus really liked this lady. I think she was a nymph. I don't think she was a god. So he really loved her. So he takes Dionysius, and the only way he can protect the fetus, because he wasn't a baby yet, was if he kept him somewhere and he carved out a mass from his thigh, kept Dionysius in there, grew him out to a baby, and then took him out. And he was a god of wine.
And he became the god of wine.
And he did nothing. He just partied, chilled.
That's the whole purpose. What else do you expect from his life? Can you imagine the trauma he would have had while growing up? He's in his father's thigh. And while his father is out there philandering, this dude is stuck there. Imagine the scars.
That is so disturbing, and I never realized that.
Exactly. The only thing he had to turn to was wine. Okay? He's like, this is too much. Okay, my father is a fucking gigolo. I cannot deal with this. Okay, I have to just keep drinking. Okay, and I don't know what it is with Hera. And okay, I get it. Okay, you take out your frustration.
Pissed, yeah.
You can take out your frustration on the people Zeus sleeps with. You can take out your frustration on Zeus. Of course, she won't do it to Zeus because he's the man of the house or whatever shit. Can't take it out on other people because half the people he slept with are her relatives.
Yeah.
Right? So she takes it out on the children.
Yeah.
Even with this, there was this other Lamia figure that Zeus fell in love with, and she birthed the child, as you would.
Yeah.
Man and a woman sleeping together, you birth a child, right? And then Hera is like, no. This is not happening. Now she cursed her to feel the hunger for human flesh, for children. Not just specifically human flesh, specifically just children.
So she ate her own baby?
She ate her own baby, but she did it right.
She chewed it.
So the baby didn't come back to life. Let's face it, eating a live baby is just too noisy. You know?
Unless you swallow it one
Yeah, that's different.
Talking about the noise, didn't Chronos hear the party in his stomach?
No, he's just too full of himself. He's just too full of himself.
Dad! Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't even say that's a growl of the stomach because it's not like he's going to fart. They don't even shit. Okay,
Farting
they don't
has nothing to do with... You fart.
For you to fart, you need to have an a-hole. Okay?
I'm pretty sure he had one, you just didn't use it.
How is that possible? Because it's
How can you not have a...
Listen to me, let me explain once. Okay?
You can't explain
this. No, listen to me. There are no stories of gods defecating.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody will write a story about gods defecating. He was in a can one day and he had such a big shit, and that will be resonating with the landslide that happened somewhere else on another part of Greece. No.
That's possible, the butterfly effect.
Like, if
You're saying if
Persephone was like half
if If you can't continue. Gods don't poop.
Gods don't poop. Gods don't poop. No, they can't.
Women
poop.
don't poop either.
The goddesses.
No, like,
Oh,
do you know the
please.
whole... You know the whole joke, right? A lot of girlfriends, they don't fart and don't poop. Like even Kim Kardashian, and they're like, someone asked her, do you fart? And she's like, of course not.
What does it mean, of course not?
Everybody's like, yeah, women don't fart.
Oh, please.
We do.
Exactly.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
You have to. If you don't,
You become
you
like
need to get that
Kronos.
checked.
Exactly. If it doesn't come out of one, it has to come out of the other. One way or another, you're going to release
gas.
that gas. Might as well be from place where people can't see. Even with Hercules, right? Heracles, like he's actually called.
Heracles.
Hera, he was obviously son of Zeus, right?
Hera got pissed. She got him to fall in love with
No, when he was a bloody child.
She sent in
In
snakes.
the crib, she sent in snakes.
And this guy is just like, dies!
Yeah, he's like, bitch, please, I'm gonna fucking kill these snakes. Like, even with Artemis, for example, right? Artemis is Zeus's child again. She was well known for being celibate, right? She took a vow not to
Procreate.
Not to procreate and not to succumb to such base pleasures, right? Now, this bitch, okay?
Hera?
Not Hera, this one only. Artemis. She's bathing in a lake. Okay, she's taking a bath. First of all, it's a lake. It's open. People are going to
watch.
No, just pass by.
Okay.
And by chance, some guy had the misfortune of looking at him like, what is that? Oh my god, it's a chick bathing, right? Now, as creepy as it is, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If he had any sense, he would have walked off.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't know, there was no Me Too at the time. Okay, he's like, okay, you know what? It's like, I'm just gonna enjoy the fun.
That's consent, yeah.
Yeah, and Artemis is...
It's not consent.
It's not, but in that particular world,
yeah.
he didn't vacate the premises.
Yeah.
So he's standing there and he's leching, he's gawking at a lady who's
What
bathing,
if he's just standing
right?
there like, what the hell is that? Do I need
Yeah, if he's
glasses?
blind, exactly,
Goose?
right? Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
we
Exactly,
don't know that.
right?
Do
It's
we
a
know that?
catch-22 situation. We don't know that. No, he had 20/20 vision. Right? He knew what he was looking at. But he didn't know who it was. Artemis saw him looking at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And she's a goddess.
Yeah.
She's like, if you open your mouth to mention this to any living soul, I'm going to turn you into a stag, a deer, right?
Why a stag?
I don't know, because they just wanted a story about a deer, okay? And then he's like,
what do stags do?
stags are just deers.
But what do they do?
They're just deers, that's all.
No, but like, what did?
I
Why?
don't
What
know.
was her reason to turn him into?
What was the reason
Like,
for any
if it
of
was
this?
like Athena turned someone into a spider, which makes sense. I'll explain why. Because she had a reason. But why a stag?
I don't know. First of all, what is the reason for her to come down to earth and bathe in the, like, earth water? She had heaven water. She had Olympus water, which was a far, better temperature and pH and all of. Why she has to come to earth? Okay,
It's
and she's
magical.
like, yeah, and she's like, if you tell any living soul, I'm going to turn into a stag. So this dude is like, he doesn't understand the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what a joke. And he had only his dogs around. So he called his dogs. He just said, oh my god, you dogs, you come here. This is something to see. Immediately she turned him into a stag.
Good.
Okay? It's good, very good.
Good for her.
But now, the sad part for him is, already he's in a miserable place. He's turned into a stag. He can't really make sense of anything.
Were these
But
dogs
now,
hunting dogs?
they were hunting dogs. So when they came, they didn't recognize their master.
'Cause
They're
it's a
like,
stag.
where is this fucker? He called us and he's not even here, but that stag looks delicious. Let's just go and eat it.
His dogs ate him.
His dogs ate him. Can you believe that? Meanwhile, Artemis is just finishing up and she's like, toodles.
I like her.
She's
Why don't we talk
kick-ass.
about her?
She's kick-ass. Artemis
I
was...
like her.
She was fierce as well. Fiercely celibate.
Good for her.
It's madness, okay? The kind of stuff
She was reasonable, honestly.
Yeah. And then
Athena,
there was... Athena, yeah. What
Athena,
about Athena?
in one of her... so she had her students who would go around boasting to people. The student of hers was really good at weaving, right? Weaving. And she would go around boasting to a lot of people. And
Who, the student?
The student.
Okay.
And would sometimes say that she's better than Athena. Now, Athena is not just the goddess of wisdom and war, but she's the goddess of ability, right? Like talent and ability. Now, Athena wasn't having it. She's like, you got what you got from me, and you go out there treating me like shit. Arachne now is just like, oh, if I'm good, I'm good. Athena's like, no. And then Athena challenges her to a weaving contest.
Okay.
Right? Now, some writings say that Arachne.
She won?
No, she won because now Zeus was judging it, and what she did was she weaved all of Zeus's relationships.
Oh.
It was never, this is the same thing that Aphrodite did with like the golden apple. So she used wisdom, right? And it's weird because Athena is wisdom. Athena actually weaved, and clearly she won. Athena was pissed that she won, so she turned her into a spider so that she would weave for the rest of her life, because spiders weave webs. See, that makes sense.
And the reason her name is Arachne is because a spider is an arachnid.
What is an arachnid?
It's a scientific classification of spiders.
Damn.
Arachnid. That's why Arachne.
So she was pissed. She turned her into a spider so she can weave for the rest of her life.
It's unbelievable. Even one of our siblings, Apollo. We all know Apollo. We love Apollo. The hospital and the god and the space shuttle, whatever it is. We love Apollo. The tires as well. Right? And he was a master of musical instruments. Right? Apollo. And some other dude, mortal dude, is like, come on, you're not as good as me. So he challenged the god. The audacity of a mortal human being to challenge a god to a flute playing contest. Okay? And Apollo is like, dude, are you serious right now? Because
you got what you got because of me, bruh.
Yeah. And they do it, and this guy obviously loses.
Apollo
doesn't lose. Apollo wins, right? And then to teach this guy a lesson, he skins him alive. The only thing you need to play a flute is your fingers and your mouth. You can't, without your fingers, you can't play the flute. You can't be like, foo, foo, foo. Nothing is going to happen. Okay?
Toes.
You have to?
Or you can use your toes.
If you're flexible enough. Yeah. But otherwise, no. Okay? Like imagine the Hekaton Killers with all their 100 hands and... Okay, so all he had to do was cut off the hands. Cut off his tongue.
Yeah.
Seal his mouth so he could not
play ever again.
Skin him alive?
But why did he skin him alive?
Because he's just crazy. And then he turned him into a stream.
When the women do shit, they do it with reason. And it makes sense, right?
Please, okay, you know what? None of this makes sense. There's one instance where Athena did the
At least the women aren't swallowing their kids. I mean...
Yeah, that's true. Right? Prometheus has a brother called Epinepheus. Epi means after thinker. So basically he was a dud. Right? He'll make the mistake and then he'll be like, oh shit, what did I do? Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, so Epinepheus, two brothers. Because mankind is flourishing under Prometheus's guidance, Zeus is like, oh, I'm going to send them something that they are not even going to fucking know. Okay.
Epimetheus came in.
Two things happened. First, he sent them like an entire flood or whatever it is.
Okay.
Only Prometheus' 2 children survived. Okay. All the humans dead. The first race of humans was eradicated.
Annihilated.
Genocide. Complete genocide. Annihilation. Only left were Prometheus' 2 children. 1 man, 1 woman. But they had the sense not to procreate with each other. Then how did the human race come to be, you might ask? What they did was, they threw stones over their shoulders, and each stone that they threw that landed, it became a human. Exactly. So if you want a skinny person, you throw one stone. If you want an obese person, you throw big stone. Every time they put a stone behind women. Okay? This, for example, like...
Dog.
No, dog will be like... No dogs, only humans. Okay? For dogs, I don't know. Okay? So that happened. And then after the race flourished again, Zeus is like, oh, is that how it's gonna be? Now you see how I demolish these people also. Okay, so then, stop it! Have you heard of Pandora's box?
No.
Pandora's box?
No.
If you open Pandora's box, it's like you can't handle what comes out, right? The story behind Pandora's box is that to teach mankind a lesson, Zeus he asked Hephaestus or whoever it was to make a beautiful maiden. Beautiful girl named Pandora. Okay. She had a box.
Okay.
She went down and she did. Okay. She had a box, so she's going down with the box, right? And she seduced Epinepheus. Now this fucker cannot think. Okay, he thinks only after he does the bad thing.
And he
seduced her, and then she convinced him to open the box. He opens the box, and in that box were all the diseases and vices and all of the things that affect or afflict humankind.
Oh no.
That's why they say, if you open Pandora's box, you will regret
COVID. Poseidon's story, I'll tell you what, Poseidon's story, at least with Gen Z, is all because of Percy Jackson, the movies and the book. And now Percy Jackson's Poseidon's son. Poseidon went with like a human, so Percy is a demigod. And Athena's child is Percy's girlfriend, and they go back and help.
Okay.
In the story, Hermes,
yes.
also has a son for like a human, so another demigod, and he steals, I think, one of Zeus's thing. I think he steals the lightning bolt itself.
Who?
Hermes' son. Hermes is demigod's son.
What was his name? I don't know his name.
They call him the lightning thief in the movie.
Of course.
So he steals Zeus's lightning, and now Percy Jackson, Athena's daughter, and another dude go on a quest to get back the
lightning bolt. Poseidon also, apparently, in talking of Athena and Poseidon, apparently Poseidon had once sexually assaulted a female being in Athena's temple. Okay, now Medusa. Yes, it's not her fault.
It wasn't
Poseidon's
her fault.
a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You don't blame Medusa.
Yeah, Athena was pissed.
Medusa
and Athena were sisters, I think, far off sisters or something.
But whatever it is, why blame the woman?
So she made
#believe all women. This is going beyond a line.
Yeah.
She was the victim. You have to stop victim blaming.
Yeah,
fucking Athena.
Yeah. She was just pissed. She was very unpredictable. God. That's the thing with Athena, right?
But still, at least kill her.
She didn't kill her. She
Why?
Turned her
hair to snakes.
Yeah, and anybody who'd look at them will turn into stone.
Anybody she would look at?
Look at them, the snakes.
Anybody Medusa would look at?
Would turn to stone?
Would turn to stone. That is a harsh one. She was a Gorgon.
Now Percy Jackson cuts off Medusa's head. Even the actual
That's not
thing.
Percy Jackson. That's Perseus.
Percy Jackson. The story, the movie.
Oh, the pop culture reference is Percy Jackson. It's actually Perseus, exactly.
Yeah. The Amazons.
The Amazons.
Wonder Woman, the now adaptation of the Greek mythology of the race of super strong, powerful women. Fun fact: they were sent away. The Amazons were actually Zeus, Aries, and a nymph's kids.
Okay.
Okay. Now the reason why they're like aggressive and war and they're built for war is because Aries is the god of aggressive war, not warfare. War. Just brutal bloodshed, right? So now all these kids, all these girls had that in them. It runs in the blood. So they were meant for war. And in a lot of battles, they've actually switched sides in between. So they
Just
don't
because
care.
they could keep fighting?
They just wanted to keep fighting. So they even in the island that they were sent off to, they were sent off there out of fear, right? Because these women are capable of just killing anybody at all. They were sent off to this isolated island that was very far from where the human race lived.
Right.
Right? So they wouldn't attack, they wouldn't kill anybody. And now they grew up as a warrior tribe, and they would train and teach their young ones to kill. They knew nothing else but to kill. So even when they went into battles, they didn't give a shit. They just killed. They just liked
was
war.
it a case where obviously they had to have men to procreate, right? So from what I know, stories about Hercules or Heracles or whatever you call him, visiting the island when this thing, and then sleeping with a couple of them and then leaving again, right? But progeny,
they would procreate, so they had.
But what do they do with the male child? Do they throw it away?
So no, they used to once a year, again, only for procreation, because they didn't give a shit. It wasn't a need for them. They would go to another island, and this island was populated only with men, right? It's called the Gargarians. The Gargarians. The Gargarians. The Gargarians.
Gargarians.
The Gargarians were an island of only men, kind of warrior-like, but not as bad as I wouldn't call it bad.
Badass.
It's good, yeah. These women are like out there doing it, and these guys do the same thing, but this is like a Walmart version of actual Gucci. Make sense? So now they would go there once a year to procreate, and if the child born is a girl, they bring it back to their island, and if it's a guy, they stay there. Still incest, kind of.
That's not incest.
But you don't know.
That's not incest.
Now, okay, if the mother has a girl and a guy, and the girl goes back and the guy stays there, and then they come back together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know who that
That's very different from knowingly
doing
bedding your own sister or mother or
don't do it. No.
Or daughter, like in the case of Chaos.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
so this was, and there was not a lot. So there were a lot of theories that probably said, and they were good, right? They had good war skills, and these women would ride horses. Back then, riding horses into battlefields wasn't like a norm. It wasn't good, because you're fighting with gods and you're fighting with demigods who carry around actual, like not just weapons, but super modified thunderbolt and like trident looking things. You can't go in there with a sword and a horse, right? But these women actually rode horses, and they were so good at it that they would win these battles. So they were known for their good. I'm not gonna say that. They were good. I can't say that either.
What?
They rode well.
Same meaning. They were good at riding.
I was gonna say.
Or riding skills?
No, they were good at riding.
They were good at riding. Yeah. Horses.
Horses. They were good at riding horses.
And once a year, they were good at riding.
But a lot of theories saying that that these women weren't actually women, but they were probably men that grew out their hair and lived there. And because they had this very like long hair, unkept, they looked women. Yeah, men. Or they were actually women, and because men couldn't stand the fact that there was a warlike women race that could annihilate anybody if given the chance, call them men.
I think it's that.
I think it's that too.
I think it's that.
Because women are slaying life. And I mean, look at Wonder Woman. Yeah. She's killing it. She doesn't even need the Avengers. She's in the DC. She doesn't need the Avengers anyway.
I am very glad you pointed that.
She doesn't need the Justice League. The Justice League needs her. Say it with me. Say it with me. Say it with me.
Justice League needs her.
Because what can Batman do? Nothing.
What can Batman do?
What can Batman do? Nothing. Nada. Zero. What can Superman do? Nothing. He cries over a girl. She doesn't cry over a girl. She loses her man and she continues to fight. She cries for a day and she's like, bitch, I'm over this.
Yeah.
And now she's back. Slaying life.
Yeah.
Killing evil.
Correct.
Destroying Hi Baba, he agrees with me. Dogs love Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Does Chronos plan on eating any of his kids again?
He's already eaten, already done.
But where is he? Where is Chronos?
Where is Chronos? Everybody wants to know where is time.
Chronos?
It's like we're running out of time.
We're never running out of time. Time is running out
Of us?
us. Time.
What then have we learned with our insight?
Today's news. We are looking for the most notorious,
Greek god.
notorious,
Greek god. Bad.
notorious evil bad. The guy everybody is looking for. Chronos. Where is Chronos? I'm here with a passerby. Rohit, do you know where Chronos is?
Yeah, I'm just looking for best place to eat some falafel.
But do you know where Chronos is?
I have no idea who Chronos is. I don't know what.
Chronos is time. We are running out of time. So do you know who Chronos is? Where is Chronos?
Where is the time? The Little Mermaid thing again.
It's a good background music.
For what? The best way to eat children
Oh God, no.
is to slice them bit by bit.
You need God and then you need therapy.
Chronos is my god.
Look at him. He got
Zeus is my
he
god.
got his pee cut off.
That was Urunus. That wasn't Chronos. Chronos was the gun who got food poisoning. Urunus was the one who got.
Do you want to throw up children every day?
Huh?
The Romans, however, had their own set of mythology based off the Greek mythology.
Exactly.
So now we know Zeus. Let's learn about Jupiter in a nutsack.
In a nutsack. Yeah. Which, by the way, was what Urunus had sliced off. He was denutted.
Why would you want to chew a child?
No, because sometimes they are delicious. Okay, I'm not even kidding. The more exotic the meat, the tastier it is.
No.
Yes, Tanisha.
On that feathery note, on that light note, on that
delicious note,
yuck.
thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for liking and sharing our wonderful conversation.
Yeah. And don't forget to subscribe because we'll have so many more.
Yes, and do tell us who your favorite god, demigod, goddess, hero, beast is.
I think it's time to go.
It's time to go. We'll see you another time.
Peace.